This is Dr. Arna, working as Associate Professor in Department of Chemistry, Aditya University. Let us start with computational chemistry. So, coming to the introduction of this computational chemistry, we do have the Nobel Prize winners in both the theoretical and computational chemistry. So, in the year 2024, we have three scientists who won the Nobel Prize, and 2013, three Nobel Prize winners, and in 1998, two scientists won the Nobel Prize in computational chemistry. Let us go to the introduction to computational chemistry. Computational chemistry uses mathematical approximations and computer programs to obtain results relative to chemical problems. Computational chemistry has transformed the way scientists predict molecular properties, making it possible to design and optimize molecules for specific application before they are synthesized or tested experimentally. So, coming to computational chemistry, in if we put in simple words, this is chemistry where the molecular properties can be predicted very easily before the synthesis or testing experimentally. So let us see what are the applications of this computational chemistry. So this computational chemistry is used in several fields. So here I'm going to discuss few important applications of computational chemistry. Coming to the first application, it is in drug discovery. Computational chemistry is extensively used in drug designing to model how drug candidates interact with proteins, predicting binding affinities and optimize drug properties before better efficacy and reduced side effects. So as you know that new drugs are coming into the discovery, so within a short time, we want to have the results studying the properties of drugs. So, these properties can be easily studied using computational chemistry so that we can reduce the time as well as we see that we are having a drug with better properties and reducing side effects. The next application is in material science. In material science, computational chemistry helps in designing new materials with specific properties like stronger or light materials for aerospace or improved battery components for energy storage. As we know that the importance of materials are increasing day to day, so in this invention of new materials, we see that we need a material which is stronger as well as lighter so that it has a wide range of applications in aerospace. So with the use of computational chemistry, it became very easy to synthesize the new materials which are having properties that we desire, like stronger or lighter materials. So these materials can be used in several fields like aerospace and in battery components so that we can find the improved properties and have wide range of applications. The next property, the next application is in catalysis. Computational chemistry helps in designing and optimizing catalysts for various chemical reactions, which includes use of these catalysts in biofuel production and other industrial process. As we know that the synthesis has been increased day to day, and for the synthesis, we know that catalyst may plays a major role. So this catalyst that has been used in various chemical reactions, which can be used for biofuel production or any other industrial process. So it became very important to design the new catalyst. So our computational chemistry is going to help in the design of new catalyst. And the next application is understanding reaction mechanism. By simulating chemical reactions, computational chemistry allows scientists to visualize and understand the step-by-step process of new molecules interact and transform. So we can see that as we need to design new chemicals, so with the computational chemistry we can visualize and also we can understand how the chemical reactions are taking place and step by step, so that how the molecules are interacting with the another molecule, or how they are getting transformed into a byproduct. This can be understood easily by computational chemistry. Next application is in predicting molecular properties. Computational chemistry helps in predicting various molecular properties like structure, energies, vibrational frequencies, and spectroscopic data, aiding in the identification and characterization of new compounds. So, after the designing of the new compounds, it is very necessary to know their properties, which is based on their structure, energies, vibrational frequencies, and knowing its spectroscopic data. So, all these can be obtained within a very short time using computational chemistry. And the next application is in biomolecule modeling. Computational methods are used to study the structure and behavior of proteins, DNA, and other biomolecules. So we can see that computational chemistry is not only helping in the chemical part, we can also understand the biomolecules by studying the behavior of proteins, DNA, and with the biomolecules, which is crucial for understanding biological process and developing new therapies. So after designing the drug, so to know how this drug reacts with the proteins, DNA, and other biomolecules, we can use computational methods, and we can study their binding effects, so that we can develop new biological process and new therapies. Next application is in predicting crystal structures. So computational chemistry can predict how molecules will arrange themselves in a crystal lattice, which is important for understanding material properties and for pharmaceutical development. So we can see that computational chemistry can be used to know the complete structure of a crystal. So this knowing the structure, we can understand its properties. So understanding the properties, we can use them in pharmaceutical development. Next important application is in studying molecular dynamics. So in studying the molecular dynamics, computational chemistry allows scientists to stimulate the movement of molecules and atoms over time, providing insights into chemical reactions, protein folding, and other dynamic processes. So we see that the movement of molecules and atoms with the time is very important. For this information is very important for scientists, which can help in developing new chemical reactions, and we can understand the protein folding and other process by knowing the movement of atoms and molecules. So this molecular dynamic study can also be done using computational chemistry. Next is in spectroscopic simulation. So we see that computational methods can simulate various spectroscopic techniques like IR, UV visible, and NMR, aiding in the interpretation of experimental data and characterization of molecules. So our computational chemistry, we see that we can understand the spectroscopic techniques, so that we can get the data very easily, so that the characterization of molecules becomes much simple. So this is also an important application of computational chemistry. And going to the next application in electrochemistry. Computational chemistry is applied to the study of electrochemical devices like batteries, fuel cells, helping to optimize their performance and design new devices. As we know that there is a much demand for the new batteries and also fuel cells. So this developing of new batteries and fuel cells became very easy with the help of computational chemistry, because it helps in understanding their performance and designing new devices. Let us discuss what is computational quantum chemistry. Computational quantum mechanics is a field that applies the principles of quantum mechanics to perform computation on the electronic structure of molecules and atoms. So we see that computational quantum chemistry is a field where we can apply the principles to the computational level, that is the electronic structure of to the lowest level, that is the electronic structure of molecules and atoms. It leverages quantum mechanics unique properties like superposition and entanglement to solve complex problems that are intractable for classical computers. So there are some problems which could not be solved today. So we see that using this computational quantum chemistry, the complex problems can also be easily solved. This field bridges quantum mechanics with computer science and mathematics, aiming to develop new algorithms and hardware solving previously unsolvable problems. So this quantum computational chemistry is a combination of quantum mechanics and computer science and mathematics. So these three fields are merged to develop new algorithms, and we can also see that it also having some solutions that couldn't be solved previously in hardware. So that is about computational quantum chemistry. Now let us discuss what are its applications. First is in knowing the electronic structure calculations. As we know that the Schrödinger equation determines the distribution of electrons in a molecule. The solution provides information about energy level, molecular orbitals, and other properties of the molecule. So this Schrödinger equation and distribution of electrons in energy level and the molecular orbitals and other knowing this, we can know the properties of the molecule, which became very easy with the use of computational quantum chemistry. So we see that the complete structure, electronic structure calculations became so easy with the computational quantum chemistry. And next application is in molecular dynamics. This involves simulating the movement of atoms and molecules over time, helping to study the dynamic behavior of molecules, reaction mechanism, and energy transfers. So we see that using this computational quantum chemistry, we can easily study the movement of atoms and molecules over time. So this study helps in knowing the dynamic behavior of molecules, reaction mechanism, and energy transfers. So we see that this is the second application of computational quantum chemistry. And next is in density functional theory, which is a popular method in quantum chemistry that approximates the electron density of a system rather than the wave function. So we see that this electron density of a system rather than the wave function, making it computationally efficient for studying larger systems. So this quantum chemistry is giving approximation of electron density for a system and then the wave. So now using this computational quantum chemistry, we can study for larger systems also. The electron density can be easily studied for larger system. This is the other application of computational quantum chemistry. Next is in ab initio methods. Ab initio methods are the integration of wave and particle binary characteristics, where matrix mechanics and wave dynamics are used to describe the motion of elementary particles such as electrons. So we see that ab initio method is a combination of the wave nature as well as the particle nature, and we can see that this both the combined nature helps in knowing the elementary motion of elementary particles such as electrons. So this is the most famous one is the Schrödinger wave equation. So using this Schrödinger wave equation, we can know the motion of the electron particles. So here it became very easy to know the movement of these particles using computational quantum chemistry. Next is in semi-empirical methods. These use empirical data to simplify quantum mechanical calculations, making them faster but less accurate than ab initio methods. So we see that we have quantum mechanical calculations done using the empirical data, and we see that the accuracy is less when compared to the other method. They are useful for studying very large molecules. So this empirical method can be used for studying larger molecules. The information can be obtained for larger molecules where the accuracy might be less when compared to the ab initio methods. And the next one is the molecular orbital theory. This theory describes the structure of molecules in terms of orbitals, providing a framework for understanding chemical bonding and reactions. So we know that the orbitals, molecules of when two atoms overlap and two atomic orbitals overlap, we have the molecular orbitals. So studying these molecular orbitals which are involved, we can clearly understand their chemical bonding and reactions. So using this computational quantum chemistry, we are getting this information very easily so that we can know what is the chemical bonding and reaction between the mm, molecules, so that we can easily understand the properties of the matter. So finally, I would like to end this module, so that at the end of this module, we can see that student will be able to understand what is computational chemistry and computational quantum chemistry and their applications. Thank you.